stream here on Lichess and Twitch. I'm International Master William Paschall. What is up, everybody? Don't forget to check the YouTube channel. Ponda's first video is short video live. So, Friday Blitz challenges. We're taking challenges 5+3. 5+3 casual challenges here on lichess.org. What's up, Asterbait, Repun, always the fastest. It's tough to play the fastest player first. I had kind of a slow morning. Sometimes you wake up and you just don't feel up to speed. I don't feel like there's anything concretely wrong. I'm just a little slow. Alright, you gained a lot of Blitz and Rapid points. Did have a solid Chess 960 rating at 1961 too. But I was struck by the fact that you sent the game in yesterday and you were 1,000 rated back then. Wow. You gained like 1,000 points? Almost 1,000 points in like 1 year or something. I don't remember when it was. Turtle speed. My first rating in real chess was 1275, and it took me like 4 years to become a master, national master. I went from 1200 to national master, 1200 to 2200 in like a little over 4 years. What's up, Prem? Thanks for being a subscriber to the stream. You just finished your online tournament. Oof. I'm feeling a little slow this morning. Maybe it's like... Actually, I don't know what it is. Alright, you got 4.5 out of 7 in what? You draw? Got to draw against an FM. I don't know, I'm like... Really didn't want to wake up this morning. Could have slept for like 10 hours. I haven't faced this lately. This line is not like the most trendy for white. We're not seeing this too often. I mean, E5 is popular, but not knight F3. Most people are playing H4. We looked at a game of that yesterday in the subscriber stream. This is rather slow, but okay. Nothing really wrong with it, per se. Bigak, welcome. So what was my plan? Knight G6? Knight G6, really? I just play a Caro-Kann player on TV. I'm not really a Caro-Kann player. I just play one on TV. I'm like George Clooney. As far as George Clooney being a doctor on ER or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Something strange about this move. I guess I could always like trade my bishop if it gets trapped. I was like, okay, what happens if H3 and G4? I hate G6 for knights. I'm wondering if like bishop G6 is the correct move. Maybe. truth is there's probably a lot of moves for black in this position. Neither side is doing very much, though white should stand better with a space advantage. G3. What's he doing? He's preparing H4, it looks like. Well, that's a weird move. That's not one I could predict. Whoa. What is that? Sacrificing a pawn is wild. Wow. It's a wild idea. Might be sound. Incredible pawn sacrifice. Sort of like a strategic pawn sacrifice by white. That's extremely deep. I mean, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but I don't see why the computer would be laughing. I mean, it actually looks sound. Bishop takes b4, rook b1. I can't afford to trade and let him down on the 7th, and if bishop d2, I give up my best piece. Bishop d2, white has an unopposed dark square bishop. It looks like positional compensation. I think this is actually a reasonable pawn sacrifice. I'm not sure I would even want to take it. I don't see I can really keep the pawn. But he played something crazy. Okay, c4. Yeah, I mean, this clearly... Now that maybe the computer would laugh at. Ironically. Now it's just like a wing gambit. I mean, I don't think that's sound. It's just unsound. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe not unsound. Alright, I mean, this is very crazy. I have no idea what's happening here. What an intuitive sacrifice. But he never makes the move I expect him to make. It's a little strange. He has good ideas, but then he makes some random move instead. Never ever the move you expect. That makes it hard to play against, you know, the opponent if you can't predict the single move they make. Feels like I'm playing against a computer, but like a really random one. Just like programmed to play like Maniac style or something. He had so many good moves. Oh. Alright. I lost my queen. Resign. Yeah, I thought I had knight g3 check, but you defended it. It's still early in the morning. Yeah. I just sacrificed my queen with queen e4. That doesn't quite work. I just woke up. Yeah, it was a very strange game. Very strange. I would say extremely strange. Starting with b4 here. Sorry, I just dropped my queen. b4 is sound. I mean, that's an incredible move to play. No, I'm telling you, it was sound. See, the computer gives it a question mark because it's not the best move. It's like the 5th best move. But I mean, this is an incredible move. Then after take, he spent like half an hour and played the engine move, c4. You can draw your own conclusions. This is his longest think in the game. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And plays c4. That's pretty weird. He thought for 1 minute and 20 seconds and plays the engine move c4. But then he like plays random blunders later. After knight e3, white has a huge position. Like, he didn't even understand the point. Like, why would you play c4, find this move, and then miss knight e3, which is the idea of like bishop takes coming down here, and d5. You just like, you're playing a brilliant move, but you don't know why. I mean, that's pretty hard to believe. What's up, Excel Poker? Intuition? I mean, the entire point is to play knight e3 and then get my bishop, and then his bishop is very strong here. And then he just like plays this. Bishop e3. It's totally irrelevant. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's a very strange game. Anyway, I just dropped my queen in a winning position. Bishop f4. Well, he saw this threat of queen takes e4. But the game itself was extremely strange. I mean, to find b4, that's not obviously engine move. But it's sound, as I said. Prem made fun of this, but it's not. I mean, anybody who understands the wing gambit, because if you take it, white has pressure here, and if you give up your bishop, white has full on compensation. I mean, on the dark squares. That's a brilliant pawn sacrifice, absolutely sound. But the next move, to spend an hour, I mean, 1 minute and 20 seconds on this, to play that, That's the computer move. You know, CB4 is fine, but this is even stronger. It's pretty weird. Alright. Play like Kasparov. I've got challenges from... I'm going to just take the challenges I've got. Hopefully I don't drop my queen again. I can't wait to analyze that game on a Thursday stream. How I dropped my queen in one move. Please don't submit that for a Thursday game analysis. Alright. To voluntarily sack my queen for no reason. It was brilliant. I was like, oh yeah, he didn't see knight takes g3. He defended it. Alright. Let's just play the English. We'll try to play the English. I didn't play that opening right. You know, I don't think my setup with the knight on g6 was right. I think it's bad. It's playable, but not great. So maybe bishop g6 with the idea of knight f5 instead. There's so many different ways you can play those kind of positions. I find them rather confusing. Different ways you can like configure your pieces for black. I mean, people play like knight c8. Jonathan Spielman and Peter Prohashka. They'll like put their freaking knight on c8. Like what kind of move is that? So c6. c6. I feel like we played this before. Like there's c5, you take it, I take on e5. I think we had that once before. So it's very likely we had a game with c5 takes, knight takes e5, and it's not that clear that white's better there. I have a vague recollection of something like that. Wow. Simply 96. I guess I missed the point of this. I don't know, guys. It's gonna take a while, maybe an hour to wake up today. Nice move, Queen e7. Good thing I can see that. Man, I'm missing everything obvious today. Miro, thanks for subscribing. How you feeling, man? So my position is highly dubious at best. Yeah, honestly, I've felt weird all morning. But I think I just didn't sleep that well or something. Maybe that's why I dropped my queen in the first game. I don't know. I tried to open the window, but the ambulances were driving me nuts. I literally can't have fresh air. Well, anyway, there's no fresh air. The air quality seems really bad today. But I had to close the window because the ambulances are like non-stop. It's like that on some days. So what are we doing here? C5 loses a pawn. We're just stupid. Well, my knight's going to get attacked anyway, so we might as well just leave. Alright. Come out with your hands up. I admit it. You're gonna play f5 anyway if I don't move my knight, so I might as well just pull it out of there. Sumer Signet Excel Poker. I thought that said investing man, but it was inviting man. Guys, I don't promise much today. Draw my queen in game 1. You were starting to get pneumonia yesterday and it randomly cleared up. Did you get your horse dewormer yet? Boom. I sent you some horse dewormer in the mail. Let me know when you get it. And a My Pillow. A gift certificate for My Pillow. Bishop f8 was just played. I think my concentration is not great. I don't understand Black's last move, really. See this, though. Is my move really great? No, I don't think he's going to get a bishop on this diagonal. This is the kind of ridiculous things I'm thinking about. Concentration. Road to GM Chess, thanks for being a subscriber. I saw your challenge up there. There it is. But a lot of challenges come and go. They pop in and out. It seems the list loosely holds together, but sometimes people drop off completely. I think that Black had a great position. And it still might not be that bad. Or maybe it is. Bishop f8 was a terrible move. I have no idea why he played that. But I mean, who am I to talk? I dropped my queen like I was a 3-year-old in the first game. It's like concentration failure to concentrate. Prehistoric Caveman League. PCL. Let's see how weird a position we can create and save ourselves. That's his that's his plan. Clearly. It's crazy. I would lose after that? It's so clear. Sees everything. Whoa. This is hanging. I mean, I think that black's just better after my misguided play in the opening. Again. In that game. Yeah, I mean, I have a good position by then, but later on. I mean, whatever. Yesterday. Black's just clearly better here. So this is the move I was unsuccessful with once. Tempting, but bad. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? I should play rook b1, standard. But bishop g5 is probably okay. And then this threw me. He stops c5. He has knight c7, knight e6. It's very logical. And now he's fine. Queen b3 was such a stupid move. What about move 24? After move 24, I'm winning. I think I'm clearly better through the rest of the game. But what about when I sacked my queen or whatever? He should have taken on d5. I had really no idea what was happening here. If I take on c8, I mean, knight takes f6, black's better, I assume. So I was going to take here. But I was really unsure. You know, it doesn't look like I'm better. So another very sloppy game. I'm not finding my concentration. White again. I had Queen's Gambit Master. I really should play some e4. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's play e4 from now on. Let's play e4. It's enough of this crap. Slav, dude. London system reversed. Yeah, your challenge disappears. There it is. Don't worry. It will always come back. Eventually. I don't know. Horrible game. Very bad game so far by me. And by you guys. I mean, we can't expect too much quality from 5+3, but at least something. If I had a little more time, I would do like 10-0 streams. I really should maybe think about this. Doing 10-0 streams that are like maybe a little longer. I need like 4 hours, let's say. Because 2.5 hours is too short for a 10-0 stream. Only play like 5 or 6 games. I feel like. Bishop or pawn, they're both playable. Does anybody else here like to play 10+0? I think I'm beginning to like that time control. Then I mean, if you do like the arenas, it's just like berserking and it's basically a 5-0 game. But I don't mean playing arenas. I mean just straight up 10+0. I mean c5 is a pretty serious move, isn't it? Is black strategically lost after c5? Right. Well, maybe Mule Skinner, maybe you're right. I just don't know. I mean, when I have 5 minutes, I feel like more rushed for some reason. I like seeing my 10 minutes on the clock there, you know? But yeah, you're probably right. 10+2. Then, you know? I could play 10+2. That's not one of the time controls for the Hey Mule Skinner, by the way. That's not one of the time controls for the preset time controls, right? Jim is here. Amai Tyagi. Hello. Of course. Instead of b5, b5 is bad. I mean, b5 is a really bad strategic move. I agree. He has to play c5. But you know what? Maybe he does have a bad position. Yeah, I know. You're right. I mean, c5, and if d5, he has takes in b5. I mean, maybe I'm better, but we have to calculate a lot of stuff there. Yeah, I mean, he has to do something good there. This isn't easy to win for white, but I think black's position is strategically dubious. Now, is strategically lost too strong a word? Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps that's true. Jim's here for the bullet. Comes for the bullet but stays for the long chess. I don't know, I felt crappy since I woke up this morning. I had I'm not sick or anything, but I just didn't feel rested. And like the first game I hung my queen in a ridiculous way. How can I not see that he just guarded g3? It's like a total failure of concentration. That's a bad sign. If I was like 1300, it would be normal, but I mean, for an international master to just like drop his queen, what's wrong with me? Yeah, f5. This is required reading. It's the only reason he's not lost. Probably this ugly move. It's strategically bad. Excel Poker has to go. Have to work earlier. Oh, go to work early? I thought you worked nights or something. See you next week. Alright, yeah, Sunday I'm doing a simul. I had my first team game Sunday morning in the Budapest Team Championship. But I will be streaming with a simul on Sunday as usual. Otherwise, Excel Poker Week can see you on Monday. Thanks for coming by, man, and being a regular here. No, e4 is bad, Prem. I can't allow him to play knight f4 and take my bishop out. You know, you cannot do that. This is like knight f4, knight takes d3, b4, bishop a6, and on the diagonal. Of course I'd like to play e4. See? What did you say? What did you say? e4. But this is why I'm saying strategically lost. The whole point is to play e4. But I need my white square bishop. I can't be affording to lose that and have him like get out bishop a6. You know, I've been playing against bishop a6 like the whole opening. That's why I played queen e2. Queen e2 was against bishop a6 as well. So it's like a complete, you know, strategic concept. Of course, there's this. Yeah, black's worse. We're learning how to fight bishop a6. His favorite move in the Benoni. He's getting worried. Learning the ways. Alright, f4. Wow. He literally... Man, he literally has a beautiful counter. If queen a2, knight takes c5. Does it work? Yeah, like everything's falling after that. That's sick. But life is not so simple. Damn. Unbelievable. Alright. You know what I didn't like? Pretty tactical variation, but queen a2, knight c5, bishop c2, b4. Unclear. I would take on c5, he would take on c3. It's probably better for white, though. I probably should have gone for it. This is crazy. Damn. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Or is it? Unlikely. His bishop's buried here. He had e5, though. I mean, I guess you have to try it. You have to try this. But I don't really know how the game would go after that. Maybe it shuts white down. I'd like to see that position after. What's really happening there? Oh, he took back. Yeah, it's lost. Queen h3 was playable. Here he has bishop g6. I mean rook g6. So I want to see if e5 works for black here. Is he still alive there? I mean, it looks bad, but it's the only chance. You know, you've got to play this. The point is you have the leverage on that c5 pawn. I'm going to have to be very careful. But I want to know, did I have queen a2? He's basically like in big trouble after c5. This happened in the game, and white was a 2275. Jesus. 2275 player couldn't play c5. Spartaco in 1981. Spartaco needs some lessons. But, did I have queen a2? a3 was best. g3. Bishop e7. e4. Take. f4. I know I can play this move, but I was afraid to close it up too much. But I'm interested in this. fg3, knight takes c5. d takes c5. No, bishop c2. b4. This was the question. I couldn't evaluate this position. It's really weird. Computer says it's 0.0. He has this move. That's what I was looking at. Alright, road to GM chess. Harsha is like, next game please. It's not like you claim next game please. You're just in the list, and you know, you're either in the list or you're not. It's not about like asking to play next. I just take the challenges as we get them. And if people have 100 rated games, I'll play them next. Signet is a little short of games. Let me see if he won all of his games. 82-0 or something. Classic Stockfish with the 0.0. This is driving me crazy, man. I hate this variation. Knight f6 is so awful for white. I just don't know how to play it. Screw that, man. It's the Scandinavian. I'm kind of like playing the white side of a rather standard looking... Well, he's got queen d8 with tempo. You know, he's got queen d8 for free in the Scandinavian. I normally wouldn't take his challenge. Guys, try to have 100 games. Because I hate when I play people who are like 1300 and they play like Grandmasters and they have 12 games played. I'm not interested in playing like engines or anything. That's why I don't trust people who don't have established accounts with 100 rated games. So don't bother to challenge me if you don't have 100 rated games. Non-bullet. I have no advantage. Well, I mean, theoretically, whatever. Like, white is better by 1/10 of a pawn or something. I don't understand. Okay. How strong my opponent is here. Are you 1596 or like 2200? So that's the problem with playing people who have no games. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, how can someone who's like 2066 be 1596? Okay, 1596 is what? Your Blitz rating? I guess you beat a 1200 or something. I don't know, like, how could any good player be 1774 bullet and 1800 classical? If they played like 2 games and it's their first games. They beat like a 1400 and now they have a provisional rating of of 1835. But I was under the impression I was playing like a 1500, you know. I'm like, oh, well, whatever. We'll just win an equal endgame against this 1500. That's why I don't take challenges with people with less than 100 games. I want to at least have like a concept of the strength of my opponent, and plus, you know, I trust the people who have established ratings more. I don't want to waste my time playing people who are cheating. Even one game, it's like a waste of 10 minutes of my life. I assume this player is not, but I was prepared to be playing like a 1500, not like a 2200 or something. But the ratings, you know, were like, oh, okay, it's definitely a 1500. This is kind of weird. No, but I'm done playing people with less than 100 games. Even if you're like a subscriber to my stream, I did make an exception for this account because he's been subbed or is subbed to the stream, but for the most part, I don't want to play these accounts. Like I said, this is a really weird game. Black's playing with like the rook on a5. They never make any weaknesses. It's a really bizarre game. Wow. Can I play c4 here? Yeah, this is clearly not a 1500. Has a very strange style, though. Not too many people would play rook a5. You know, humans in their right mind. Extremely risky move. Like, that's a very like computer-like move. I don't know. Maybe not even a computer-like move, honestly. It's too weird even to be a computer-like move. It's just like a really abstract human move. Yeah, more tactics. Very strange style of play by Black. That's like double exclamation point. I'd like to get a look at this game with the engine. I'm not sure I like this. Maybe white's worse now. Yeah, it's very strange. Maybe I'm not worse, but I have no way to win. Extremely strange style by black. Any inaccuracies? I seriously played like the first 15 minutes of this game thinking I'm playing a 1500. So I didn't even take the opening seriously. But I don't really like people like stream sniping me. Master players like pretending to be 1500. Alright. 8 cent pawn lost by black. Interesting. We're playing Signet. This player also doesn't have 200 games. Also doesn't have 100 games. Let me just like double check to make sure they're not 82-0. Are they 82-0? Because I'm not interested in that. Mostly only bullet. Let's see. Blitz. Blitz 82-0. Virtually. He did lose a game a month ago. They've actually lost a couple of games. Let's try to reserve the challenges to people with 100 games from now on. I'm tired of playing like 1500s who are masters and people less than 100 games. A lot of new accounts suddenly. Knight d4 right away. That's probably not a bad move. I guess I can play rook e1. I'm out of book here. I just played knight c3 against knight f6 Cairo. It's hopeless. There's nothing to do against that line. I expected pawn takes. This does seem a little odd, bishop takes. Knight e2, bishop g7, d4. Probably not great for white. Well, actually, Harsha, it is believable. Because it was a non-tactical kind of game. You know. But he's not a 1500. But I think it's a little strange, that account. Maybe his little brother forged the early ratings and he's taking over from there. I don't know. Rook takes e3. It could be a computer. That's the thing, you can't tell anymore. I mean, that's why I've given up even like reporting people for cheating. because it's like it's reached the point where you can't even tell. I'm not even qualified to tell if my opponent is a computer or not. Like, I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. You know, there's no way you can be sure. It's too easy. It's too easy to cheat and too hard to catch them, because you can disguise, you know, you can disguise your game with enough mistakes mixed in. All right, what do we got here? D4. And white should be better, right? Well, I didn't trust the match against Deep Blue, but that's another story. Maybe he has other moves there. Black's misplayed this slightly, I would say. How significantly? You know, it's the anti-Sludgy. Like, they just play fast. You know, it's a bullet player. But I don't know why these bullet players want to play me, you know, honestly. I'm not interested in playing bullet. Queen d6 is tempting, but I don't know that that's the best move. Can you play a game with me? I'm just taking the challenges as I get them. Inviting Man, do you have 100 games? Yes. Chess Master, do you have 100 games? Yes. Harsha, Yevgeny, Dar, everybody has 100 games. Nice. No more dubious challenges. Whoa. This looks very good for white. Okay, where's my knight going? To a4 and c5? Maybe I could sack a piece with knight d5. It's a little exaggerated. You know, I was strongly tempted to play for the cheap mate, but I mean, I'm not developing my pieces there. Wow. H4 looks dubious. This is lame, but I'm like down 2 minutes on the clock. We'll probably end up with 8s and a pawn lost for black or something. Well, the point was h4, queen h4, rook h3. It's not a free pawn. I'm sacrificing a pawn to play for attack. Yeah, I get it. I understand that it's hanging. Although, you know me, it wouldn't be surprising if I didn't see it was hanging after I dropped my queen earlier. Right, he plays queen f6, and that's why I rejected it. He can come back to g7 and defend h7. None of the lines where I try to mate him on the H-file seem to do anything. So he's dropping his E6 pawn. Black has 93. Doesn't matter. Does it? I could also take on F6 first, but seems better. Right. H3, knight H6, E6. Well, he's 93. I'm like an idiot. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're up a pawn. Probably winning. Black just plays too fast. You know, he's a specialist in Blitz and 3-minute Blitz and bullet. It's a different game. You know, I'm not objectively sure that this was the best way to play this, though. I have a very strong pawn on E5. Has to be. Well, he better be like a 2200. If he comes and tells me he's like 1500 over the board, then he's definitely sus. So what am I doing here? Knight B6. Ah, this is pretty strong. Pawn takes knight f7, so rook takes. This is a problem. Bishop c4. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Alright. Black's just playing, you know, a little too fast. Inviting, man. It was checkmate. I missed the mate. Let's just play. Thanks, Just Fan. Let's just play e4, e5, and e4 with white. Please don't play the Caro Khan against me. Dude, get in the line. Bishop's opening is a good choice. This is a good move. I mean, it's solid. Alright, this is a good move too, probably. Knight takes e4, queen h5, the Halloween Dracula, or what is it, Dracula Frankenstein? Dracula Frankenstein, whatever, Halloween's coming soon. It's not the Halloween Gambit. Dracula Frankenstein, I don't know what the deal is with that, you know, objectively. So, we'll try to play Knight c6, I guess. The heck? Now that's not main line. You know, d3 is... Bronstein talks about this in 200 Open Games. I had a game with d3 the other day. Probably, you know, playing for f4 is the plan. Knight f3 is what? This is a mistake. So we have the equalizer. The equalizer. It is actually slightly better for white after queen h5. That's what I was afraid of. The Dracula Frankenstein. I know it's like fun. I have a friend who used to play that for black. And it's fun, but objectively, yeah, I believe you. You know, it may be slightly better for white. So I think knight c6 is the safer bet. And on d3 you have to play knight a5. That's the best. This isn't good. Bishop d3 still maintains equality. Bishop d5 leaves black slightly better. I had this exact game the other day. My opponent played d3. Of course white is worse. Here I don't know though. Maybe knight c3 is a good move. Queen e6 castles. Queen e6 castles and my queen is awkwardly placed. So I guess I should go back to d8. Are you a dentist? A kid? A parent? What is the best part of Halloween? I miss Halloween. We don't really have Halloween here in Hungary. Not in a true sense. So... man. Even the 1000 players are much faster than me. Maybe I should think about castling queenside. I think that should come into the consideration here. You know, unlike my game the other day, now we have knight d4. The oof factor 7. But Inviting Man has no problem with fearfulness. Oof factor 8. I think his position was playable until castles. But the other day I had a game with not knight c3. I guess the guy played d3. I suppose that's better. Not voluntarily retreating the knight. Already white is slightly worse though. My bishop is unopposed. Cosplay of Banshees. Cosplay of Banshees and Witches. You're a child, 10 years. Wait in the line. This is not the Titanic. Get in the line, kid. We just take everybody in line. Adults, children, ladies, whatever. Plants, zombies. Everyone, you know, has to wait in line. Andrew Tang. He has similar ratings to the other 1500 I played. Alright. Queen e3. Incisive chess shall be played today. But what to do? It's so sad to play this. I was trying to explain how this is the difference between white's position and black's position. That's the key to the position. White's given up his white square bishop. I mean, that's all you need to know, and black's clearly better. Bishop e7, or just coming back. I feel cautious today. Yeah, let's save the adult jokes for another stream. I'm really into playing e4 and e5 these days. In Blitz, at least. I should stop playing d4 for a while. I feel stale, you know. I need to play more e4. Free up my creative side. Every day is a family-friendly stream. I'm pretty good. I mean, I try not to use profane language unless I'm really, really angry. I have light profanity setting on my standard YouTube. It's not... Can you do another stream tomorrow? No, tomorrow's my day off. Sunday I do a stream. Tomorrow's my day off. Sunday night I do a stream where I'm doing a simul against 25 players. Stockfish is big on bishop pair. It's big on space, of course. Not overly materialistic, though. Space, like a space specialist. G3. See the power? Feel the power of the unopposed bishop. My friend Salancy Amiel calls it the Jolly Joker. Its influence is felt worldwide. Well, I think this player, for example, you know, he'll probably improve quickly. There's a certain logic to his game, although he's only rated 1,000. He just needs more experience. Chessmaster, hey, it's Miro. Harsha. There's a rated challenge that tried to sneak in there. I'm going to cancel that one. I'm in no condition to play rated. I feel foggy-headed all morning. I never play rated on my stream anyway, but just saying. I would certainly not play rated today, even if it was just on my own. Even if I wasn't streaming, I don't think I would play a rated game today. Inviting Man's trying to re-challenge me. Just classical now. Yeah, Petrov's too boring. I mean, we can't play that freaking opening. I can't do the Petrov. It's sick. Caro-Kann is one thing. You know, at least there's like a small chance to win when you play the Caro-Kann. In the Petrov, it's like 0. So here's the good old, like, Gingy attack. This is the only chance here. 94, forget about it. Just casual. Forget about 94. You know, I told the story how my teammate Petran Pal had to, like, play this guy 2 years ago in the team championship in Hungary and almost lost playing the black side of 94. It's so lame, man. You can't play that. Bishop e7. This is the only interesting way to play with black. Well, one of them. The only really sound and interesting way. What other options are there? There's bishop c5. I don't know much about that, you know, honestly. Knight takes d4 is new. Can you do that? I guess you can do that. But isn't he losing a pawn here? This is interesting. Maybe it's a sound pawn sacrifice. Knight takes e5. Chessmaster 1205. But he's got rating games. He's legit. Knight takes e4 right away. Knight takes e5. Knight f5. It's like a Queen's Indian. He also has rook e1. But then c6. I don't know. Knight takes e5. I'm saying knight takes e5, but which knight takes e5? So this knight takes e5, f4. Theoretically, I even have a6 there. I have never seen this move before. Normally, it's like bishop takes c6, b takes c, knight d4, knight b8. I mean, knight takes d4 is like black is probably equal. Knight takes d4, queen d4, c6, bishop d3. I mean, I'm fine. But I feel like I should have better. I feel dirty for playing this. This isn't really, like, optimal. I'm letting him be equal here. Because he's super fast like everybody else. Can you please show the challenges once before? You guys can't see that? Oh, it's hidden? Harsha, Yevgeny, Andrew, Gotham sub. What's with all the Gotham fans? Harsha, Rock Rider. Wait. There's two Harshas? No, that's Harsha. There's two Harshas. No, it's Harshi. Harsha and Harshi. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty logical. No, I didn't play, you know, Sicilian. Because I'm kind of bored of it. Basically, White's opening is the king's side version of the London system. It's boring and easy to play. But frustrating to play against. You know, it's pretty solid. But not something I would recommend at like the master level. So Queen f4 is a really strange move. Feels like a blatant loss of tempo. I don't know what he's doing with that. f6 is always bad. Ben Feingold. Not meant for advanced players. This advice is not meant for master level players. Do not play f6. I live and die by f6, you know. f6 is definitely one of the most important moves in chess. judging when it's good takes effort and thought. If you're brain dead, then you don't play f6 ever. But this is key. I mean, I've got to eliminate that central pawn, and now I'm better. Which way to take? Bishop takes natural. Slaggy rules of position are the center is massively important. The more I play, the more I study, the more I appreciate the fundamentals and how important they are. Black is slightly better. Here we go again. Now he voluntarily destroyed his pawn structure. That's good. I mean, still, it's not a winning position for black. You know, he should play queen takes. It also stops bishop f5, which is my best development for my bishop. If he plays queen takes, I don't know what I'm going to put my bishop like on e6 or something. Where I'm going to put my bishop was the question. This isn't great. I kind of wanted to play queen e8, but he has bishop d6 now. I had bishop takes d3. Bishop d3, queen d3, bishop takes c3. Complex tactics. No, that's interesting. Bishop takes d3, queen d3, bishop c3. You expect me to calculate like 3 moves? Are you serious? Bishop d3, queen d3, bishop c3, queen c3, rook f4. Yes. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. It just wins a pawn. But you know, honestly, black's position is so good. It's really probably not a big deal. No big loss. I mean, I'm up a pawn strategically anyway. Like, my position is excellent. He had to play like rook f d1, which is pretty horrible for white. Clearly, his rooks look really bad here. Right. The new and tactically accurate Yevgeny. This is a little double-edged. How much time do we have, guys? An hour? Hour left. I might be likely to miss a one-move tactic. Too strategically focused. Wait, what? Bishop d4. h3 is a solid move. Look at that knight out there on a4. Totally standard. Wow. He's got consistent ratings. That's nice to see. You're pretty confident this player is not going to be a cheater or something. He's 1900, 1900, 1900. It's nice to see something consistent. I love it when people are like 2200 in bullet and 1400 classical, because that makes sense. All right, c5. Damn it. Thought I had something here. Oh, I'm just winning a pawn? Never so simple. It's never so simple, is it? Damn it. That's a good move. Alright, whatever. We gotta come up with a good move. Look at him. He's gonna like flag me? Dude, don't ask me why not this or that. I mean, I've got no time. This guy's turned into like Mr. Speed. It's crazy. He's 1900 supposedly. He's like the fastest player in the world now. I was always better, but I was never clearly winning. It's just a draw. I mean, I'm lucky I didn't lose on time. I was probably lost in some moment. I had a huge position. But he was just too quick. I mean, I couldn't find moves fast enough. Here. He was winning, he had a win at one point. Rook e2 was risky. You know, I have a huge advantage here. This is the best my position got, negative 4.3. So I must be winning material somehow. I don't see it. How am I winning by force here? I mean, it just doesn't do anything, does it? I mean, he goes back to c3. He's attacking my rook. What does this do? B5? So basically the computer is just saying, like, my strategic advantage is so big, I'm like plus 3.5 pawns. You know. But it's no immediate win. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm clearly better. But once he played, like, bishop e5, he's kind of out of the woods. And I just have no time. 14 seconds to 18. I have to be extremely careful here. I'm terrified of dropping my rook on the diagonal, so I blundered. He missed the win. Check and check. I didn't see this. I'm back here and winning the exchange. Yeah, I'm just too slow. We've got way too many challenges. Bianca, Kitten, Princess. Guys at the end of the list are not going to make it. It's too late. I only have like 50 minutes left. Those of you at the end of the challenge list, I'm not going to get to play. There's just no way. Oh no. Come on, dude, don't play that. Please. Alright, I'll play bishop c5. I had a nice Evans Gambit last night. No Evans Gambit either. Yeah, Chess King, thanks. Sorry I'm so slow. It was an interesting game. Slow and weak. So this is classical. Very classical. You're dropping this e4 pawn. Can you do that? Wait a minute here. I'm supposed to take? Take d4, take d5? Is this really? Why don't you play knight c6 against you? The heck is this? Because I finally got sick of playing the Petrov on the stream. It's just lame. I will play knight c6 against you. I'll play it against anybody. Next time, Ripun. I started the stream off just feeling like I should play the Caro Khan, but that's pathetic too. Caro Khan Petrov repertoire, man. That's... I hate the London system the most. Second most is that line that guy just played against me. The Scotch Gambit. Do I know about GM Durabali? Yeah. Yeah, he visited my stream a while back. Rated my stream. He seems like a good guy. What am I doing here? Queen d3? Harsha misplayed the move order in the opening. He's not supposed to play, you know, c3. Sorry guys, I gotta open the window. I'm gonna take a chance on ambulance sounds. There's very little oxygen in my office. We had a lot of ambulances this morning and it was getting on my nerves, so I closed the window, but better to have ambulances than no oxygen. Do I have a pet? Yeah, we have 2 guinea pigs. I should put them on the stream sometime. They're pretty funny. They're like extremely hungry. Yeah, I have 2 guinea pigs. They're like crying for food 24 hours a day. We should put them on the stream once. Thought about doing it. Extremely fat guinea pigs. They're cool animals. They're really sweet and gentle. No, just the Pondos play chess around here. This doesn't look good for white, right? Every game with black I have is really killer white square bishop. I sound like PewDiePie? I never really listened to PewDiePie. But that's possible. But PewDiePie is like Swedish, right? So I would assume he sounds different. Rook d8, bishop d2 blockading. What about bishop g4? This looks strong. Yeah, that's the problem. That's a problem. I have knight d4, threatening knight c2. That's not great. I have rook e8, forcing f4. Man, that might be a good move. What do you play on that? Oh no. I can't give him the pawn. So bishop e2 is one option. I mean, this has to be winning for black somehow. Knight b4 is interesting, but I think it doesn't work. I wish I could calculate 19 moves deep. For that matter, I mean, there's knight d4 as well. Rook e8, knight d3, knight b4. Rook e8, rook e8, f3 or h3. Knight takes d3. Man, I'm thinking this works. What did I miss? Maybe it's not enough? If you have music on your stream, then like half the people hate it. And they want to listen to something else. So I've always avoided having music. Alright, so this is the point, knight b4. Does he have defense to this? I think he should have just played f4, honestly. With f4, it's going to be hard to break him down. Well, it's all a matter of applying myself, Edward. You either apply yourself or you don't. If I could calculate all the time, I'd be good. But here, you know, I was like forced to find it. In the other position, I was satisfied that I was better. So I wasn't really looking for something. I mean, obviously we can't calculate deeply every single move. I felt like I was better no matter what last game. So he blundered, though. You know, he didn't have to allow this. He had f4, and it's not easy. I mean, black's probably winning, but I'm not winning immediately. It's the day of the light square bishop. I had this paranoia, Edward, that I would I guess it wasn't possible, but for some reason I thought I could risk going an ops color bishop position. That was one of my concerns. The last thing I want is like be up a pawn ops color bishops when I'm like better, clearly better. Yeah, my positional advantage was huge. So I guess my instincts were good. Intuitively, I'm alright. If anything, I need work on my calculation and time management. Right, obviously he's got good drawing chances in that sort of scenario. No change for you. Harsha here, trying to defend down a piece as best he can, which is an admirable thing to do. It's more easy for me to beat strong players. That's true. That's true in poker as well. Like when people do things I can't anticipate, it's harder to play against them. With the strong players, you know what they're trying to do. You can actually think like them. With the weaker players, like against you especially, not to call you a weak player, Ripun, but I mean you're lower rated than this guy. It's like it's very hard to predict your moves. If I can't anticipate my opponent's moves, I can't calculate, you know, what to expect. And I guess I should have taken on a2 there, but no, I don't want to let him down on there. Bishop there. Check. Mm-hmm. Damn, he has a defense? No way. That sucks. Wow. Okay, that officially sucks. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he just misplayed the opening. Hey, Smiro. Thanks, guys, for being subscribers. Alright, e4. Not another Caro Kann. Ugh. I can't play it. Against that new account, I played d4, d5. What am I going to do? I got to come up with something interesting here. Let's play the advanced variation. No, you play that. Yeah, I had a funny game the other day where I played I played knight c3, and my opponent played d5. And I was sitting there thinking, like, hey, I hate this stuff, like knight f3, bishop g4. And I realized that the best move for white is d4. You just have to transpose to the main line anyway. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play rated games with these new accounts. I played knight c3 in the other game. What's up with knight g5 again? Well, there's like almost no games with this. I'll do anything but this freaking knight takes f6. Knight g3 isn't great either. We gotta come up with something new. No, just kidding. Look. How bad is this? You know? How bad is this? Anything but that, please. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, is that even a good move? Then you've got to ask yourself, is h3 even a good move? I very quickly checked knight g5 a few months ago. And this strangely has almost never been played, even though it's not that bad. I imagine that it's not great, but it's not like bad for white. It's playable. But it's funny that it's never really been played by anyone. Now this looks seriously wrong for black to play bishop h5. I do not condone black's decision here. Fantasy variation. Fantasy is right. Capabianca. Ready for the fantasy variation with f3. Bishop d5. Exclamation point. Wow. How does that work? Knight takes, or queen takes h1, knight h8, queen takes g1. That's a creative decision. Knight takes g6, queen takes h1. I guess there's nothing there. Queen d5. I suspect this is really not great for black, though. I mean, rook h2 is definitely playable. So I think he's in trouble. Bishop h7. Hey, it's playable. I blundered? Oh my god. What am I doing? I missed it. King d2. I missed this idea, of course. Alright, what's happening here? It's not clear, actually. We should develop. But which move? Bishop e2, knight e2, This seems to be the most logical. What a fascinating game. Queen c2. There you go. Sensible decision. Well, I guess I'm not castling this game. Castling has been illegalized. Right. Absolutely standard. So let's see. Knight there. G5 is interesting. All right. White has bishop pair. Yes, every game it's the white square bishop show. With both colors. What? You're giving me that for free? I am forever indebted to you, my friend. I don't think he had to do that, but maybe it wasn't that bad. Wow. Opposite color bishop world. Now that's my idea of a fun theme park. How's my rook doing? How's the F file? Look at that, king c7. Or better. Ambulance emote in the house. Nobody has the ambulance badge, I mean. Sub badges. Saronche, welcome, man. Shern Vlad, thanks for joining us. Missed you guys in our tournament on Tuesday. This is a sweet position for white. The critical continuation was like king f7, but he didn't want to do that. We're exploring new theory here. Do you live near a hospital? There are a lot of hospitals around, and it's just a really important, one of the more important main arteries is close to my house, so they use it a lot. My street is actually not a really big street, but ended up being a cut through also. So even my own personal street is, there are a lot of, there's several hospitals actually on either side of my locale. Two hospitals very close by. It was driving me nuts earlier this morning, but I have to get some oxygen. Yeah, Prem. It's hard to play both positionally and tactically at the same time. You also have to kind of be in the zone for one or the other, it feels like. Black is really crippled here. This is like my last poker tournament after I made a very bad decision. You're still alive, but you're like a walking zombie. Black is crippled with his weaknesses here. Can't get his pieces out. Now, wait. He's not dead, though. That's the point. Crippled but not dead. Knight. I think G5 is on the verge of holding on for Black. And if I play like H4... H4, G6, bishop takes G6, knight takes G4. That's interesting. G5. G5, the one move that's hanging on. Or G6, like I'm saying. H4, G6. Bishop E6, King D6. That's really irritating. How about E4? I don't know. He's not quite dead. E6 right away. Whoa. What? Wow. I just hung an exchange. That's like when I hung the queen earlier. I didn't even look. Now I'm worse. Newsflash. Oh man. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Wow. I'm gonna lose this game? That's so sad. Sees everything. God damn it. You found the right move now? That was like the worst game ever. Sorry, I was down a piece. I was down a rook. Now I might be winning though. I think in the final position I'm actually winning. That's the only good thing about it. The final position. If we just see the final position. Great game. Great game, man. Yeah, I deserve to win in the final position, despite being down a rook earlier. And I know that Hey It's Miro's under the weather, plus it's like 2 o'clock in the morning where he's at, or something like that. Probably even later, actually. It's probably like 4 a.m. By the way, you should be resting, Hey It's Miro. Alright, not losing like rook up positions. Yevgeny. 3 a.m. Speaking of 3 a.m. You gotta play the 3 a.m. defense. Yevgeny's a good player though. I wouldn't have played that, but you made me play my dubious opening. Oh yeah, this is my game with Golubov. Please show the challenge list. Again, Andrew Tang, Gotham sub, Rock Rider. Right now. Three AM defense, Slaggy Gambit. This is my analysis. I had a rapid game with this kid Golubov. Now he plays like weird openings a lot. I wonder if I inspired him. Alright. You're like a young teenage prodigy, and some IM plays like e4 knight h6 against you in a rapid game. I imagine that would have an effect. Like, okay, I could just play anything. But this is actually a decent line for black. This opening is not sound. I'm not going to pretend that it is. That is a new move. So I'm out of book now. Bishop check or bishop c5 or knight c6 is also interesting. Black is the watch knight f3. I mean, check is the most obvious, right? That also like potentially trades pieces. 3 a.m. Close. Yeah, Miro's in like eastern Russia. He'll walk across the land bridge. Check. I wish I had played bishop c5 now. Queen f2 check. My head hurts, boys and girls. So I have knight h4 here. It looks fun. I really don't know what else to do. It doesn't feel right though. Why not? The land bridge. Good night. Oh, right. Whoa. Captain Crunch. Rook takes e3. King g2, and he's alright. So I guess I have to do this. Not the safest position in the world for white. Right. White is threatening what? Rook d1? Queen check. Queen check is okay. Or is it? It looks okay. Right. I have bishop g4, rook e3, rook e3. Are we having fun yet? Should I take on c3 at some point? Yeah, this looks very, very, very strange. Ooh, let's see. Bishop f5. Bishop h3 check was good too. But maybe not, because he just takes. Yeah, actually not. The white square bishop show continues. Yeah, I don't want to give up my bishop on c3, because it might yet speak to me. Speak to me, white square bishop. He has found a rather disturbing little move. I guess I'm going to have to take now. Damn. I guess I have to take now. Insta recapture. Insta flash. So knight c6. Development. Check there. Rook takes e2. Rook takes e2. Bishop e4. And it's like hard to finish him off. Bishop h3 check doesn't work. Guys, I have time for max one more game. Where's the win? Where the freaking win? Well, I'm winning. Like, I don't have to win immediately. Get me out of that knight g5 check. Instinct. Good call. No problem at all here for white. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This has to be winning, right? Was bishop e4 better? Probably I missed a lot of good moves. One more game. Andrew Tang. Well, Andrew Tang doesn't have enough games. He's been waiting forever though. Alright. Is this the guy I played already? He's 1800 in bullet. I mean, it can't be a master strength player. I mean, that is an established bullet rating of 1800. Don't come to me playing like an 8 cent upon loss with that rating. Knight b5? He's supposed to play knight takes d5 there. I played that position like a lot. So it has to be this, right? Guys, last game, I gotta go. We're gonna be back on Sunday. I have Budapest Team Championship. But I will be back for the simul. Yeah, he's down an exchange here. It's not really enough compensation. This is last game. Yep. Too much bullet chest is bad for your game, Andrew Tang. Bad for your health. Let's play this first. Like, what point is there in playing 5+3 like it's bullet chess? I played it over the board, yeah. But my rapid game is not in the database. I had a draw with Golubov in that gambit I played against you. Yeah, I didn't care back then. I was playing poker, mostly, when I played these games with knight h6. I played knight h3 once with white, trying to do it in reverse. Yeah, my opponent reacted really badly too. But there's a certain like psychological element to it, of course. People, when I played the St. George against them, they would always play like horribly, for example. That's Tzaek's favorite opening. That's like a one-time trick. Yeah, but I mean, that gambit is sound. Of course. It's only meant for fun. But I think it's playable in like Blitz and Rapid, you know? There are some problems here for Black. He has a technical problem. Mastering the 3 a.m. with Ponda. Hey. Bishop e8. Defensive maneuver. I gotta go to work. Player is insistent on not resigning. I feel Zugzwan coming on. You will run out of moves. Your bishop will run out of squares. Here, 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 here. Oh. Check. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Can someone learn something in playing such lost positions? No. Learn the correct etiquette of resigning, perhaps. Alright, guys, thanks for playing. I'll see you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Sunday for my simul, hopefully. Thanks, no problem at all. Good advice. Guys, I will see you later. Sunday simul for 25 players. Usual time. Regular schedule next week. Bye-bye.